It's been a while, hasn't it?
Because we're beautiful. Future. Forever. My regular niffler.
Hello beautiful people, how's it going? I'm back with another video. It's been a while, it's been a long while since we filmed here in front of all of my beautiful Funko Pops, and I realized that because I have been piling Funko Pops for the past months. I don't know, 5 months, 6 months maybe, I don't know. A lot has changed since we last spoke in front of this beautiful display. I actually kind of missed it. I miss standing up, filming videos. I've been sitting down watching movies for the past couple of months, and I realized I wanted to just give you guys an update on all of the stuff I've bought in the past couple of months, especially since quarantine started. Yikes. If you guys are new to the channel, hello, I react to things that I've never seen before. We just did Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and The Mandalorian and The Hobbit, and of course, Harry Potter, because that is my #1 passion on this channel. When I originally started this channel, I was doing Funko Pop hauls, I was doing Harry Potter updates, and it's been a while since I did that. I've collected a few Harry Potter pops, a few Lord of the Rings pops, and a lot of Star Wars pops, and Game of Thrones. We're doing Game of Thrones today too. So I really wanted to show you guys all of the stuff that I've bought, and I know a lot of you have been saying that you miss my Harry Potter content, so don't worry. While we watch new movies every week, we will be getting updated on all of this merch, because why not? Do you hear that? Did you hear the sound of that motorbike? It's disrespectful, honestly, it's just disrespectful. It's like they don't understand that some people living in this house actually... Okay. Before we started, I just wanted to say if you guys wanted to, you can follow me on my social medias. The links to my Instagram and my Twitter are in the description box below. You guys can send me a DM and we can have a conversation. It's been so nice talking to all of you. You guys are all stars. But anyways, let's do this. Let's get right into this. I thought it would be nice to start with Lord of the Rings because a lot of you new viewers are Lord of the Rings fans, and we're gonna... Oh, look at this. Okay, this is Gandalf on Gwalior. I don't know, it's a giant eagle, you guys. This is from the first Lord of the Rings movie, and this was the first Lord of the Rings pop I ever bought because Gandalf, obviously, is my favorite character. And I'm not going to be opening every single pop in this video, but I'm definitely going to be opening this. Because again, if you guys are new to the channel, I promise myself that I won't open them until I do an unboxing, and so I haven't opened any of these in months. So big. It's so big. Gandalf is my favorite Lord of the Rings character. Sorry, the box just popped over there in the background. Look at him. I think this is a really detailed Funko Pop. The reason I wanted to get this as my first Lord of the Rings one is just because it's so creative. I just really never expected to see a pop like this. I think it's a pop ride. Yeah, it is a pop ride. And just honestly, wow. Wow, check this out. I also just realized, you can turn his head, so you can have him, facing forward and then just facing the side. I think he's displayed facing the side. I think this is how you display him. It's really cool. The second Lord of the Rings Funko Pop I got is Legolas. Again, one of my favorite characters. I really enjoyed him in the Desolation of Smaug. I know you guys have been... calling me out because I don't know how to pronounce Smaug, and I don't really know what the definition of desolation is. I'm a literature student. No, I'm actually a law student, but English was my favorite subject, so I don't know. This is Legolas, as you can see on the wave. I think this is the second wave of Lord of the Rings. There's a Galadriel pop, and I would love to get a Galadriel pop, so I might have to buy that. Ooh, I really don't want to go overboard with all these new waves, but this is Legolas. He's really cool. He's really, really, really cool. He's a bit dusty, but again, these pops are a bit old now, and I had to buy them because I'm into Lord of the Rings, apparently. Moving on to one of my favorite series of all time, Game of Thrones. I know you guys have asked me a lot about it, and unfortunately, I can't really do reaction videos because I've already watched the show multiple times. When I say multiple times, 4. I've watched Game of Thrones entirely 4 times. Once alone, once with my dad, once with my best friend, and then just a bunch of different episodes that I watch when I'm feeling sad and lonely. The first Funko Pop we're going to look at is Sir Brienne of Tarth. This is a huge deal to me because Brienne grew to be one of my favorite characters from Game of Thrones, and spoiler alert, if you're a person who hasn't seen Game of Thrones or Ratib, I'm watching you. This is a huge spoiler for the final episode of Game of Thrones because Brienne gets knighted to Sir Brienne by Jaime himself. It was such a beautiful scene. That was in the second episode of season 8, but you get to see her in her armor for the king, and I won't say the spoiler just in case you are still watching. I'm watching you. It's beautiful, and I'm really happy for Brienne. This is in the final wave of Game of Thrones pops. I really do hope they make more. I would love to see a Funko Pop of Kat and Robb Stark, a newer version of Robb Stark. As you guys can see, well, actually you can't see, but up there I keep all of my Game of Thrones pops, and down here we have some more exclusives that I might get into in a future video if you guys want me to. Once again, another huge spoiler for Game of Thrones. So if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, please just forward. I'll leave a timestamp in the description below so you can avoid everything, because I really don't want you guys to miss out. But anyways, this is Hodor holding the door. Hold the door, Hodor. This broke my heart. Honestly, you guys, I'm going to open this up because it was such a beautiful scene. Just everything with Hodor, the way they ended his character in season 6, that whole reveal that Hodor's entire life revolved around saving Bran. And the reason he says Hodor is because Mira was saying hold the door the entire time. Wow. This show is so well written. I mean, I understand that not everybody enjoyed the final season, but I personally really did, so I'm satisfied. This is Hodor holding the door. It genuinely breaks my heart. Such a good scene, and I'm really glad that they made this into a movie moment, because honestly, it encapsulates his entire character. I would really like to have it signed, because I actually met Hodor at a Comic-Con 2 years ago, and he was very nice, and he signed a card for me and a friend of mine who really likes Game of Thrones, and now I'm just wishing they made this earlier, because I could have gotten this signed, and then that would be worth something. But this is still priceless, in my opinion. The final Game of Thrones pop we're going to be looking at is this. It is Daenerys Targaryen's 3 dragons once they first hatched. I actually got this quite recently. It was a 2020 Spring Convention exclusive. As you can see, I'm not really used to talking for extended periods of time on the channel because I'm so used to editing now, but these are Daenerys' dragons. It's Drogon, Viserion, and Rhaegal. Genuinely such an amazing collection. I have all 3 dragons in full size, but again, those are huge spoilers, so I'm not going to get into it. But of course, you guys know the Mother of Dragons has dragons, and they're hatched. It's genuinely such a cool piece to add to my collection. And so when I found them, I was like, you know what? Wow. And thank you to Geek Nation in the United Arab Emirates for supplying me with exclusives so I don't have to pay extreme amounts of money to get them from eBay. It's genuinely not fair. It's actually kind of funny. I'm just putting all of the ones that I've already looked at on the floor, and then all of these other ones over here on the bed, because I genuinely, it's just a mess. Moving on to Harry Potter, we have Harry's Patronus. I was so happy when they actually announced that they were going to be releasing Patronuses as Funko Pops, because Patronuses are some of my favorite aspects of Harry Potter. The entire idea that because Snape loved Lily so much, when she died, his Patronus became hers. It just, I don't know, it just really like hit me in the feels, and so I really hope we do get Snape's Patronus in the future. But right now we have Harry's, which is a stag, which I'm really happy about. It's just like his dad's, and the best part of it is that he's not the only one. As you can see, Funko supplied us with Ron and Hermione's Patronuses because they chase each other. I think that was something Joe said or something that was in the books, but I can't remember at this point. But Hermione's is an otter, and Ron, is it just a regular dog? I'm not sure. But guys, animals as Funko Pops, as Patronuses. I really love life at the moment. Harry Potter is doing so much better with product placement when it comes to just creating amazing Funko Pops. As you can see, how many Harrys do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have like 14 Harrys at this point. I don't need any more, but that Harry with the invisibility cloak, which they just announced. Whoa, wow. Moving on to another pop I got recently thanks to Geek Nation, we have Fleur Delacour. And by the way, when I mentioned Geek Nation, I'm actually really not sponsored. They should sponsor me. We already got a Fleur. She's like right there. It's but this is the actual Fleur with her Beauxbaton's uniform. So this was the one that everyone kind of wanted, and I don't know why they held off on making it and released her at the Yule Ball as a regular, while this is the exclusive. It's really not fair for regular Harry Potter fans who maybe just liked her character and don't want to spend double the money, but okay. Well done, Funko. This is Funko Pop number 108. We've collected over 108 Harry Potter Funko Pops, you guys. That is a life accomplishment. But yes, this is a Spring Convention exclusive. So again, I got this from Geek Nation for a regular price rather than having to pay I don't know how much on eBay. Now, for those of you subscribed to me for quite some time now, you will know in every single one of my Harry Potter Funko Pops, I haven't failed to mention that I really wanted Nymphadora Tonks, one of my favorite characters Natalia Tena, such an amazing actress, and now we finally got her in all her purple-haired glory. Look, she's matching my hoodie. It's meant to be. This is, again, a 2020 Spring Convention exclusive, and this is Funko Pop number 107. As you can see, she is a part of the Yule Ball wave, but again, exclusives don't show up in the actual list. But guys, I can make an entire video about her, and in fact, I think I will, so I'm just gonna leave this one on the side for now because I have been waiting for this for so long to put her right next to Remus Lupin. But because she's an exclusive, I usually keep my exclusives in a protector box, as you guys can see, and I keep them in the box, so that is a dilemma. I need a drink. I don't think you guys understand how much talking this involves. We're moving on to Star Wars. I don't know how this is gonna go. I really hope you guys are gonna bear with me on this because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 Star Wars Funko Pops to talk about. Let's do it. I just randomly selected this. The first Funko Pop we're gonna be talking about is Luke Skywalker from Star Wars The Force Awakens, because I know you guys absolutely loved his portrayal in that film. Okay, look, unpopular opinion, I liked Luke Skywalker in this film. I was a bit jarred when I was first watching it, like, hey, Luke wouldn't behave like that, but the comedy worked for me, and then I really liked the way he just was with Rey. I just really liked that connection, and that scene where he was training her is one of my favorite scenes in the entire Star Wars universe. So again, this is Luke Skywalker in the final battle where he's actually fighting Kylo Ren, but he's not really there, spoiler alert. So he looks younger, his hair isn't gray, it's just really interesting, and this was the Luke Skywalker that I wanted out of all of the Lukes that we've gotten, but there's another Luke over there, but we'll talk about that later. But again, this is a part of the Last Jedi Funko Pop wave. I paid a bit extra for some of these pops, which you guys are about to see, because after these guys sold out, I don't think they remade them, because the movie just... yeah. I'm just gonna try and keep this in line with all of the movies. So this is a Porg from The Last Jedi. That was The Last Jedi, so we're continuing. Porgs are some of my favorite Star Wars creatures that I was introduced to through this film, so I'm really glad they made them. Again, this is the Last Jedi wave, and over here, this was a pop that I paid a lot for. It is a flocked Chewbacca from The Last Jedi. It's an FYE exclusive, and it's flocked, so as you can see, he's furry. Again, this is a part of the Last Jedi wave, and out of all of the Chewie pops that we've gotten, this was the one that I really wanted to get, just because he looks special, and I wanted at least one character from all of the generations, so I was trying to get one Han, one Luke, one Leia, one C-3PO, you get the idea, but unfortunately, Leia still hasn't come in, and I'm bitter, because she is my favorite Star Wars character. Moving on, this is a really randomly collected list. This is the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back Funko Pop of Luke training with Yoda on his back. Because this is so adorable, we have to open it. You guys have to see this. Look at this. Look at, genuinely, like, wow. Look at this. Wow. One thing I kind of don't like about these Star Wars pops is that they are bobbleheads, so you just, it just irritates me in comparison to the Harry Potter ones, which just don't move like they're supposed to. But guys, just look at little Yoda in the corner over there. It's really adorable. It makes me really happy. Yoda is one of my favorite characters. It's him and Leia, basically. Star Wars to me is just Yoda and Leia. Just make a movie with them two together and I'll be happy, and I'll just be on my way. Another pop from the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back series is Han in Carbonite. When I saw this, I was like, you know what? I don't need Han in Carbonite. But then I saw it in store and I saw the way it looked. We have to open it. We just really have to open it because I've never seen a pop like this. I really like when Funko just randomly decides to give us new and creative ideas. Obviously, they're doing it for the money, but as a consumer, I'm all in. It's amazing how they still made this guy bobble, even though he's supposed to be frozen. It's like they don't want to like leave the bobblehead thing. Personally, for me, I don't like Funko bobbleheads, but this is it. This is Han in Carbonite. It just looks so cool, and on the back here, as you can see, he's completely plain, but it's just really sick. Moving on to the final pop in the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back collection is Yoda. As you can see, I was on vacation in Leeds in the UK, and I just basically bought it and didn't think that I was going to make a video for some stupid reason, and then I just kind of like lost the box. But basically this is Yoda. He actually comes with his like little hut that he trained Luke in, but I can't find it because I put it somewhere and I genuinely have no idea. But the reason I bought it was because I wanted an old version of Yoda that doesn't look dated. The original Yoda Pops look horrible in my opinion because they were released in like 2009, 2010. And so this one takes the cake. Absolute classic already. Moving on to a newer Star Wars wave, which I have no idea why they made. It's just a random Star Wars wave, but I really like it, is Darth Vader getting electrocuted and zapped. I think it was by Palpatine, but again, it's been like over a month since I saw the movie, and I can't really remember because I just watched them all in succession, as you guys know. And if you haven't seen those videos, check out the channel because I watched them for the first time. But this is Darth Vader getting zapped by Palpatine, and I think it's really cool. It's part of this new wave with Palpatine, which I got. You guys will be seeing that in a second. I just really think this is cool. This is the only Star Wars Darth Vader pop that I own. There is another one that I really want to get. He kind of like lights up, like there's a button where you can like light him up, and I think that's really cool, and I might have to get that. Boom! Emperor Palpatine, because there was no way you couldn't get him, especially since, you know, he just decided to just randomly pop back up again in Rise of Skywalker, am I right? It's probably too soon. Sorry. This is Emperor Palpatine. I really like that he's zapping, so you can kind of put him and Darth Vader together and it'll look like a movie moment, even though it's really not a movie moment. I just think that's really cool, and you can see his yellow eyes. I like that Funko did that because most Funko Pop's eyes are black. So I just really like that this looks a little different because, again, Palpatine doesn't look human after what Mace Windu did to him. Wow. And by the way, on that note, I really want a Mace Windu pop. Mace Windu. I keep saying window. I know it's not window. Mace Windu. I'd really like a pop of him. And I know one of them exists, but they're really expensive right now, and I've already paid so much, so I don't know. Now over here, this is a really special Funko Pop that I found on my trip to Leeds at Forbidden Planet. Now, it says here it's a 2019 Galactic Convention exclusive. I have no idea what that is, but it's Watto from the Star Wars prequels, which you guys know I actually enjoyed quite a bit. This guy was amazing comedic relief, and so when I saw him, I was like, you know what? I need to get it. And this pop was actually the pop that made me start collecting Star Wars pops crazily, because I was just gonna get like my favorite characters, but then I saw this guy and I was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna get him, a very minor character, then I might as well just go ahead and buy a lot of them. I can never make up the entire Star Wars wave. That would make no sense. There's like over 400 of them, and it's not like I'm a diehard fan. I say that with my lightsaber just right by my bed right there. I don't know what I'm saying. Moving on to these next two kings, we are moving on to The Rise of Skywalker, one of my favorite Star Wars films. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I really had a good time. We got Finn and Poe. Do I even need to say anything? Obviously, there are many Finns and Poes. There's one for The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, but these were the cheapest, primarily because The Rise of Skywalker had just come out a couple of months ago, and so I decided, why not? I really like their characters in the entire sequel trilogy, and I just genuinely think they're underrated. I know that Disney didn't do too much with their character development, but I still felt it was enough. Their chemistry, not only together, but with Rey, was gold. And it made me so happy. In fact, now I really, really want to rewatch Star Wars. Might have to do that. I don't know. I just have so many videos to film. It's hard now. Because every time I watch a movie, I'm all like, I could be watching this movie, or I could watch a video for the channel, and I don't want to disappoint you guys, so we might have to wait until further notice. Moving on to more Star Wars Funko Pops, we have a BB-8 droid, and we have a Stormtrooper. Okay, here we go. So the reason I got a Stormtrooper is just, I think this is an Imperial, oh no, it's a First Order Jet Trooper. So it's a bit different than a Stormtrooper, but it was just because I wanted someone from the dark side, and Stormtroopers are just so iconic. I understand that this look is a bit new, and I'm actually kind of confused as to why he looks that way, but I decided to buy him anyway, because what's a Star Wars collection without a Stormtrooper? They're just so iconic. And then BB-8, might be my favorite droid. I mean, I don't have R2-D2 because his pop is really old, and I heard that they were going to make a new one, so I'm going to look out for that. But BB-8 is one of my favorite droids, maybe just because he came with Rey, and Rey is, again, one of my all-time favorite Star Wars characters. I understand that she's overpowered. For God's sake, I understand that. I just really enjoyed her character, and it just kind of upsets me when people say that my opinions are trash just because I like characters that they don't necessarily like. I understand that Luke is the OG, and Luke is a great character, and the original Star Wars movies are unmatched, but I don't know, it just kind of upsets me when people trash talk about my love for Rey. No tea, no shade. No. Speaking of droids, C-3PO. I really love C-3PO, and I was waiting for a pop of him, and I didn't realize that this guy had red eyes until he actually got red eyes in Rise of Skywalker. I bought this before I saw Rise of Skywalker, and I thought that there wasn't any significance, but no, he has red eyes because he got his memory wiped. For God's sake, but then he got it back in like 5 minutes, so it doesn't really matter. But this is a sign of the times, because it actually is, this look is exclusive to the Rise of Skywalker. And because I enjoyed the Rise of Skywalker, I'm going to take it. I'm not sure if there's another C-3PO that I might like more, but there are a lot of Star Wars movie moments that I really want to get. So hopefully in the future we can do that. Now here's a pop that I spent some money on. Okay, this is going to sound crazy. Babu Frick from the Rise of Skywalker. This is a Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty exclusive. I got this from eBay because I didn't actually want the actual Smuggler's Bounty, because I don't really wear shirts that often. I'm more of a hoodie kind of guy. I just really needed this pop because Babu Frick was a hilarious character. He was only in the movie for like 5 minutes, but oh my god, he has some lines. And you guys know I die for the Disney Star Wars comedy. It just really works for me. And so I really enjoyed this character. He's actually really like heavy, but again, he's an exclusive, so I'm gonna keep this guy in the box no matter what, because I need to protect him. So he stays with me forever and ever. Did you really think I was gonna do a Star Wars haul without the king and queen of the Star Wars universe? Yeah, I said it. I really hated this guy. This guy did not like this guy. You guys can see my reactions. Hated Kylo Ren until the very last movie. So let's just say this is Rey, and Ben Solo. I really like the idea that these guys are in a 2-pack. It makes me really happy. I just really enjoy them together. I do understand that the kiss at the very end of the movie didn't really make sense, but it's okay because this 2-pack just gives me everything I need. It kind of reminds me of the fight that they had on the Death Star, even though he wasn't wearing his helmet. I just really enjoyed that scene, and so having them together kind of sucks for me because now it means that I can't take them out of the box, because who wouldn't want to display them this way? But I love these guys, I really do. Moving on to my absolute favorite piece in my Star Wars collection. We're going back to The Last Jedi. I know you guys are dreading this. I know you guys are really dreading this. It's the throne room battle sequence. Look at it. Okay, you guys know that the throne room scene just absolutely blew my mind when we originally saw it, and the fact that they actually made this into a movie moment and gave me Kylo and Rey fighting side by side just genuinely makes me happy. And it's funny, you guys can see the ring light and the reflection, but it makes me really happy, and I did pay a bit extra for these because they are movie moments, and they are kind of old, since I think The Last Jedi came out in 2016 or 17, or maybe, no, it came out in 2016, because 17 was the year we got the atrocity Solo. I just, no, we're not doing that. But anyways, it's Rey and, ooh, what is it? It says Clash of the Supremacy, but they're not stormtroopers, so I'm not actually sure what they are, so I'm just going to call them red men. It's Rey and a red man, and Kylo and a red man fighting side by side. When I do decide to display these, which should be now, hopefully, now that they're actually on video, I kind of want to put these out of box just because they look so cool together, and I'm really excited to see what they look like out of the box. I think I made a hasty decision when I decided to buy this, primarily because my room is already filled up to the T with Funko Pops. I don't have space for it. So I honestly have no idea what I'm gonna do, but I needed Han. I needed at least one Han. So I decided I'd go all out, especially since I bought this after I realized that he died in The Force Awakens. Spoiler alert. What the hell? It's a giant Han Solo on the Millennium Falcon. Look at it. Okay, I understand. I have no room. I really have no room. I have no idea where I'm going to display this guy. But Han on the Millennium Falcon. This is Funko Pop number 321 from Star Wars. So yeah, that's why we're not going to collect every single one of them. But this guy is just amazing. And I think you guys deserve to see him unboxed. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it. It's a pain. Oh my god, I don't even know. Okay, so here is Han on the Millennium Falcon. Now that it's unboxed, it's actually not as big as I thought it was going to be. So maybe I do have room for it, but look at how cool this is. The Millennium Falcon is one of my favorite ships in the entire Star Wars universe because this one had a lot of significance. Again, the Death Star is really cool, but I don't think we've gotten a pop of that. There is a Lego set though. Might have to... No, I can't. But I might, I don't know. Anyways, so Han on the Millennium Falcon. This is Han from the first movie. It's actually really adorable. Or actually, no, this is Empire Strikes Back, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's Empire Strikes Back. Never mind. Amazing Funko Pop. You can actually see there are like these plastic things that hold it up in place. But I am so happy that this guy is a part of my collection. I know that I still have nowhere to put it, but I will find a place to put it. You best believe that. Alright guys, so that brings us to the end of the video. If you guys made it this far, I actually wanted to say a really big thank you to all of you guys because if I'm going to be honest, a lot of these Funko Pops were given to me by the income that I made from this channel watching these movies for all of you beautiful people. And so from the bottom of my heart, I wanted to say thank you for allowing me to do what I love to do on this channel and just being there for me and being amazing supporters who just come back and watch my stuff weekly. You guys are amazing and it genuinely brings such a smile to my face that you guys allow me to do this. And by doing this, I get to not reward myself, but I get to just kind of like make a living, and it's so nice. It's so nice. I started this channel just because I wanted to show people the stuff I got. I wanted to just kind of have a place where I can talk to you guys about Harry Potter, and then my love for movies came into it. Now we get to discuss movies, and it's really amazing, and it just makes me feel like I have a family of 28,000 beautiful people. So you guys are amazing. 28,000. When I started, I was dying when I hit 5. This is not normal, and you guys are all stars, and I love you guys so much. Again, I don't usually want to go on and on and on, but you guys said you don't want it in the beginning, so this is the end, and so this is me saying you guys are amazing, and I love you all so much. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Again, if you want to, you can send me messages on my social medias and follow me over there so you can see all of the behind the scenes stuff. I also go live there every now and then so we can talk more formally, and that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. We're doing a lot of stuff later. We're going to be watching The Conjuring, we're going to be watching Shrek, we're going to be redoing the Harry Potter movies, going in depth with those, and then we're going to finish The Hobbit. There's so much that we're going to do. We're going to get into Pirates of the Caribbean. It's just a lot of exciting stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Bye guys. So much fun. I swear to God.